I think today we all use our smartphone to look up information, right? If you're going to make a car decision, you're making a comparative decision. Rarely do you just go down the list, right? A lot of times we're comparing. We want to understand the options. We want to understand what's available. And so is that what we're talking about? We're talking about providing a resource for our retailers or growers to start to make that decision about what's my best investment, what's my best agronomic choice.
Yeah, that's absolutely what we're talking about. So you challenged us, Scott. You said, how can we show value in a different way? How can we show our competitive advantage in a different way with these products? How can we show what our farmers need from us for their operations to solve the problems that they have? And so that's what we built. You log on to the website, just like any of these other calculators out there right now. But instead of just going through and selecting the products to try to get that biggest check at the end of the season, it says, hey, tell me more about your operation. What crops are you growing? How many acres? What's your tillage practice? What's your current trait platform? And then what's your tolerance to weeds? What's your tolerance and what's your current status? The outcome of what we pop out there is a true recommendation for your area with your specific criteria that you put in there. This is the best the program that we see out of BASF. If we're looking at a competitive program over here, this is probably about what is equivalent. All right, now what is the difference there? It's the crop safety. It's a reliable activation. It's the extended residual control that we have out of this. It's the flexible application. It's all those. And what we did was took the university data that's out there. We took our internal performance data that we have that we do with the universities. We took market research data and basically applied, what is this feature? What are the things that we're seeing out here? And what does that equate to in dollars? And it's as simple as that, Scott. We have, what is the dollar value that we have advantage from our program versus what is the rebate you're getting over here? How do they weigh out? I'll throw in one more thing that we did, though, because I've been in this game before. I've tried to sell products, and I'll be darned if most people don't trust the data that you come with. Even if you cite it to the nth degree that you've cited every university say that you possibly can, they still say that's not my farm. That's not my situation. And we wanted to be cognizant of that. And so all those values that we present there, we break them down, each one of them, what feature, what value you have. But you know what? You don't think that that's worth $4 on your farm? All right, slide that scale down. Maybe it's only $3. Maybe it's only $2 on your farm. Tell us what you think that's worth, because we want to make this actually about you, about your farm, about your operation, how you're going to get more value out of the programs and choices that you make to be more profitable on your acre.
That's something I love about the agronomic value piece of that, Josh, is the ability for a grower and a retailer to make adjustments. It's not just a standard calculator. It's not just a set format. It really does tailor to the individual needs. And that's what BASF has been about from the beginning. It's about offering the best advice, the best products for the individual's needs. And when you go to that level of specificity and have that level of adjustment, it makes it all the more real, right? So that the beauty of this thing is it's simple, but it's also robust. And it's not just stuck on one calculated value. It really is just like the facts of farming are difficult and challenging, and it might be different in Iowa from North Carolina to Pennsylvania or where other states you want to think about. This tool works well with making those adjustments and being able to say, yeah, I believe that or I don't believe that. And that's a lot easier than just saying, where's my rebate check? You said it was going to be 10 and it's not. So I think another just great value in what we've done here as a group.
It's all about the decision making. It's all about what goes onto that farm. There's no decision making in selecting this product plus this product plus this product gives me this much money at the end of the season. This is all about what is right for your farm. This is all about, okay, let me look at these two potential programs that I have to weigh. It may not be even the exact program that you're going to choose at the end of the day, but you get to see what are the values of choosing a product like this or a program like this versus the one that you have on this hand. We can tailor because you might need 6 ounces of Zidua Pro versus 4.5 ounces of Zidua Pro based on your specific need. We get that, but there's ultimately underlying values of the programs that are specific to your area, to your criteria that you put in there that we can call out regardless of what the final end tweaked program is going to be specific on your operation. But yes, Scott, it's all about the thought process. It's all about what does the farmer need? what is the right thing for the farmer, and are we going to be able to provide the right recommendations and the right products and tools for them to get the outcomes that they expect.
Now, the question I get often is that these kind of things normally come off as only the premium options are available.
Once you enter in your criteria, I think we've mentioned pretty much all of them at this point. What crops are you growing? What's your trait platform in your soybeans? Are you a plan pre-post in your corn, pre-only, post-only? What is your desired post chemistry? Are you a glufosinate, or are you dicamba? Are you a Liberty or a dicamba? Ultimately, then you say, okay, what's my scenario? Am I a good, better, best, 1-star, 2-star, 3-star program, bronze, silver, gold? We actually have all those represented, whichever way that you think in there from a star standpoint, good, better, best, or a gold program. All those are built in there so that you can say, okay, you know what? And this happened to me a lot when I was in Pennsylvania there in retail. My corn program, I can get by with maybe a little less. I don't have necessarily the weed pressure that I think I do in my soybeans. I can get by with a pre-only, I think, and I'd say I'm probably in that 2-star range. I have some issues with weeds, my pressure a little bit, but a few weed escapes are going to happen. I'm okay with that. That's my tolerance. Okay, let me select that one. My soybeans, I believe in Operation Weed Eradication, and one weed is too many. I'm in this best 3-star program. I've got to control every weed that's out there. And so you get to pick that yourselves. And then go back and forth and play around a little bit. What is that 3-star program versus the 1-star program? What is the right one for your operation? Again, it's customization, but simplifying the process.
Yeah, I really like that, Josh, because I think it not every field's the same, not every farm's the same, and so you could really customize. But what I really like is that we've turned this into a conversation about decision making, and not about rebating. And so to me, that's whether you look at ROI, whether you look at payback, whether you want new desired outcome because resistance weeds have grown, whether you're new to fungicides.
Absolutely. One of the things, you know this, that we really tried to change the way we talk about fungicides just in general with the launch of Veltima and Revitec. And again, it gets back to that believability. It gets back to the transparency of where the data comes from. We launched one of the largest on-farm trial programs ever in U.S. history in 2019 prior to the launch of Revitec and Veltima with the RevX Fields program. We had over 1,200 on-farm trials. This year, we've got over 900 on-farm trials. And we're looking to continue it as we move forward, because what we want to do is, yes, we have to do university style, small scale replicated work to really get to the nitty gritty data out of this thing. But you mentioned it. We keep saying it time and time again. Every farm is different, and you need to see how this product's performed in your backyard, on your neighbor's field, on your field, in your conditions. And so we do have the results housed in this Grow Smart Advantage tool to show you what we got out of the RevX Fields program. And we'll encourage you to link out and look at those as well, because never before, I think, has a company really tried to pull the curtains back and show you exactly how the products perform. RevXFields.com is where all these trials live now, and you can go in and see exactly every one of the trials, how they performed against a competitive product, against the untreated, against another BASF product. Win, lose, or draw, it's all there, because that is what you need. This is what we owe our farmers. This is what we owe our retailers, to be transparent with how our products perform so they can continue to make the best decisions. And so when we talk about the fungicides, we certainly want to show where the trials are. So in this tool, you're going to see the maps where all the trials were. You're going to see the yield response that we got out of them. But we also want to continue to drive that dollar figures are one thing. And a lot of us do make decisions based off of the ultimate bottom line that we want to operate under. But there's more to buying. I don't know what the stats are, but most of us buy on emotion. Most of us buy on what we know looks right or feels right, or what is going to work for our operation. A lot of that comes down to the visual. And so we also are incorporating the visual aspects of how this weed program compares to this weed program, how the disease control looks with the Veltima versus the Delaro. How does this look in fields near you, in your areas? Because I think that's critical, again, to the conversation. Like you said, Scott, it's not just all about this bottom line approach, but it is about the conversation as well.
Yeah, I was just thinking, Josh, it certainly is. There's certainly rewards beyond rebates. That's a fact. And I know Robbie's very passionate about rewards beyond rebates, and so am I, because I think it's the wrong dialogue at the wrong time. If you look at the times we're in, I think we can make better decisions. We have the technology to put it all on the table and on your phone or on your computer, that there's no reason not to hide the rest of the information. We should put it out there, and that's what I really like about it, is that you can access it right now today, right? I mean, you can see it as we speak.
Yeah, well, it's pretty simple. You just go to growsmartadvantage.com, and that's going to take you to the landing page for this tool. You're going to get to see, and our customers are going to get to see videos have been created to kind of give you more high level look at what the benefits of this are. They're going to get a chance then to just do a quick login. Do I want to play with this myself? How does this work on my farm? I'm a retailer. How is this going to work for some of my customers? Go ahead and log in right there and just go ahead and start playing with it yourselves, because ultimately this is going to be powerful when farmers enter the information for their farm and see how it works for them. It's going to be powerful when the retailers go in and start to enter the information, and that's relevant to their customers to give them better insights into the products that are going to work for their farmers. And so, yeah, growsmartadvantage.com is going to take you to the place where you get all the information you need on this thing, and it can also even access and download the GrowSmart Live app that we have, which is, again, another tool. We're trying to bring that relevant information to our customers, meet our customers where they are, which is in the field. I think that's ultimately what it boils down to.
Yeah, I think it's tremendous. Thank you for sharing that. There really is rewards beyond rebates, and what I'm excited about too is we're not done yet, right? I mean, this will be just the beginning of laying out more examples like this, because I think decision making is important.
It is fun because what we're seeing is there's an obvious need. There's an obvious push for us to automate. There's the I don't know who says it, but it's better to automate than to innovate, because what we want to do is automate decision making. We want to automate, how recommendations are done. We want to automate the data collection. We want to automate everything. But in farming, there's still always going to be a personal connection. There's always going to be a personal aspect to this that we cannot completely farm off to machine learning and AI. We can use tools like this to give you the best recommendations that we can, and then you tailor it. You work with your agronomist, you work with your BASF representative to really make sure that's right for your farm. And so that's what I appreciate about this the most, is that we're trying to blend the best of what technology is allowing us to do, but not forget what farming is all about. And it's about the people, the relationships, the land. It's about what makes farming fun.